Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you all are doing good. Today we will do some questions from the past level of topic coordinate geometry. With this practice you can understand this topic very well. Let's start students. The coordinate of the midpoint of the line AB are 1 and 2. The length of the line AB is 10 units. Part number A. If the gradient of a line AB is 0, find the coordinate of A and B. First we can notice that the AB is 0. You understand this AB is equal to 0, it means its gradient is 0 and this line is a horizontal line. We have to find the coordinates A and B. We know that the length of the line is 10 and the midpoint is 1 and 2. This is the midpoint and this is 1 and 2. We can understand that this point from A to M is 5 and from M to B is also 5. Now students, there is no change along the y-axis and it's obvious that its y coordinate is 2. Whatever it is to A, B, C, any point on this line, its y coordinate is equal to 2. We have to write there 2, 2. We have to move in the forward directions in the right side. We have to add 1 in this midpoint. It means we have to add 1 into 5 and we get 6. And for the point A, we have to move backward in the left side, and in this we have to subtract 5 from 1. When we subtract 1 from 5, we get minus 4. Now students, these are the coordinate of point A and B. In part B, if the gradient of AB is 3 by 4, find the coordinate of A and B. Now we notice that the gradient is positive. It means the line is rising like that. Find the coordinate of A and B. We have to find this A and B. And this information is provided to us that the midpoint is equal to 1 and 2. It means this is the midpoint M, which is 1 and 2. And the length of the line is 10 units. It means that the total length is equal to 10. It means A to M is equal to 5 and M to B is equal to 5. Information is given to us the gradient is equal to 3 by 4. It means that the vertical change upon information is given us that the AB is equal to 3 by 4. It means that the vertical change upon horizontal change is 3 by 4. Over horizontal. This is equal to 3 over 4. Now we have to understand it. If we move in the vertical change, it is equal to the 3. This is equal to 3. And if we move along the horizontal change, this is equal to the 4. We also draw there right angle triangle, and this is. Find the coordinate of A, we have to move downward, and for this we have to subtract 3 from 2. When we subtract 3 from 2, we get minus 1. Now this is the y coordinate, and for the x coordinate we have to notice that is the midpoint, and for point A we have to move backward. We are moving backward, that's why we have to subtract 4 from 1. When we subtract 4 from 1, we get minus 3. These are the coordinate of A, and for that point is the coordinate of B. For that point we have to add that we see that there is 4 points we have moved forward in the right directions. That's why we have to add 4 into 1, we get 5. And in the upward direction it's moved 3 points and we have to add 2 into 3 and we get 5. Now students, these are the coordinate of A and B and this question is solved. Now student, this question is from the May June 16 of variant 2. It's solved. Students question, the diagram show a triangle R, S and T. That diagram show that triangle. We have to write in part A, write down the gradient of a line ST. We have to first write the gradient of line ST. We know that point S is 0 and 2 and T is 6, 6. To find the gradient, y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1, 6 minus 2, and x2 minus x1, 6 minus 0, 6. And by simplifying, we get 2 by 3. And the gradient of the line is 2 by 3. The equation of the line that is parallel to ST. Now we have the equation of the line that is parallel to ST. Let's suppose we take point 0 and 3, that point, and the line we draw which is parallel to ST. That the point 0 and 3, this is x and this is y. And by putting these values in line of equation, we get the value of C, and x is equal to 0, and then we get C is equal to 3. Now C is equal to 3. Put this value in equation of line, and this is y, and we know that gradient is equal to 2 by 3 to, because this is parallel to S3. Because this line is parallel to S3. When line is parallel to S3, its gradients are equal. 2 by 3x and plus 3. That is the line of equation. Y is equal to 2 by 3x plus 3. Now student, third part, the equation of the line with gradient 3 that passes through S. Now gradient is provided as 3 and that passes through the point S. The point S is 0 and 2. The point S is 0 and 2. Putting this value, we get the value of C when x is equal to 0, we get C is equal to 2. By putting x 0 and y 2, and we get the value of C is equal to 2. Now put this value in equation of line, mx plus 3. You know that the gradient already provided us, that is 3, 3x, and this is C. Okay, this is equation of the line mx plus c, and gradient is provided as, that is 3, 3x, and c is 2. This is the equation of line with gradient 3 that passes through S. Y is equal to 3x plus 2. Now students, B part, one of the inequalities that define the shaded region RST is x is less than and equal to 6. Write down the other two inequalities that define this region. That this inequality is this, that you see that x is equal to 6. There, that point x is equal to 6, and in this region x is less than and equal to 6. Now students, according to the line SR, the line is equal to y is equal to 2. You notice there y is equal to 2, and we can write there. You know that that is the lowest point, and the all the points are lies above in this region. That's why we write this inequality like that, y is greater than and equal to 2. To find the equality according to this line ST, we see that all the points are lies in between. We see that all the points are lies under the line ST. First we have to find the line of equation of ST. We already find its gradient, which is 2 by 3. Now we have to find the line of equation S and T. We know that the point S is 0 and 2. We put the values in equation of line to get the value of C, and x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 2, then C is equal to 2. This is C is equal to 2. We have to put this in line of equation, mx plus C. Gradient we already find, 2 by 3. Y is equal to 2 by 3x plus 2. Now that is the equation of the line ST. Inequalities that define this region is under this line. That's why it is less than. less than y is less than. Now y is less than and equal to 2 by 3x plus 2. Now students, this question is solved. This question is May June 2013 of variant 1. Next question students, the line AB is mapped into the line PQ by the translation. The translation is 0 and minus 1, and the point A is a point 1 and 7. This point is 1 and 7, and point B is 6 and 7. This point is 6 and 7. The translation is provided of this line P and Q, which is 0 and minus 5. It means that the line x-axis change is 0, that the line is not moving along the x-axis, but the line is moving along the y-axis downward minus 5, because this point is minus 5. It means we have to move downward 5. Now students, this is the line PQ, and we have to find that coordinates of Q. That's the demand of the questions. Find the coordinate of Q. We see that there is no change along the axis. That's why we have to subtract. Coordinate of B is provided as 6 and 7. Subtract 0 from 6. We get 6. And we move downward 0.5. It means we have to subtract 5. And we get 2. Subtract 5 from 2. We get 2. Because this is the distance of 5. That's it. We have to find the coordinate of Q. Now students, which special type of quadrilateral is ABPQ? And the question is that which type of quadrilateral is this ABPQ? Now students, we know that this distance is equal to 5. We have to find that distance AB. The both coordinates are provided to us. This is 1 and 7. Now we find the distance AB by applying the distance formula. AB is, now students, y2 minus y1 we get 0, and 0 square plus y2 minus 1 6 minus 1 square and under root. That is the distance formula, and by applying this we get 5 square, this one, and AB is equal to 5. Now this distance is also equal to 5. This distance is 5 and this is 5. It means this is a square. We write there square. Now students, find the area of the quadrilateral ABQP. Now students, we have to find the area of this square. You know that the formula of the square is length into length, 5 multiplied by 5, and we get 25 unit square. Now students, this question is also solved, and this is question from May June 2025 variant 11. Now students, next question. A line has equation, find the gradient of the line. Now we have to find the gradient of this line. This line is 3y is equal to 2 minus x. Now we have to divide this equation by 3, and we get minus 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3. Only I change these positions, and this is x. Now the gradient is minus 1 by 3. And the answer is minus 1 by 3. Now students, part number B, the line passes through the point 5 and k. Find the value of k. The k is the y coordinate, and now I put these values in this equation and I easily find the value of k. And 3k, 2 minus 5 minus 3 minus 3 divided by 3, and we get k is equal to minus 1. Now the values k is minus 1. This is a question of May June 13 of variant 2. Now students, next question. Here are the equation of 4 straight line. In this question they provided us the 4 equations, which are these. Now part number A, which 2 lines are parallel? We know that these lines are parallel whose gradient are equal. First we have to recognize which lines has the same gradient. It's very clear that the line 1 and line 3 has the same gradient. Both has that gradient too. That's why we write here line 1 and line 3. Very simple. Part number B, which two lines intersect the y-axis at the same point? We know that the value of C in the equation is the point where the line intersect at y-axis. Now we have to find out which line has the same value of C. We see that the line 4 is not written in an appropriate way. We have to first write it in an appropriate way. Like that. 2y minus 8, 3x. We have to divide the equation by 2 and we get plus 4. We see that the line 1, line number 4, that is the line number 4, has the same value of C, 4. That's why we write there 1 and line 4. Now part number C, which line passes through the point 1, 1 and minus 3 and 5. Now we first have to find the gradient of the lines. When we find the gradient, we recognize which line has the gradient of this point. That's the line. That is x1, y1, x2 and y2. And gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. 5 minus 1 and minus 3 minus 1. We get 4 minus 1 and we get answer minus 1. Now we see which line has the gradient minus 1. The line 2 has the gradient minus 1. That line 2 is the only line which has the gradient minus 1. That line has a gradient 2, that line has a gradient 2 and that line has a gradient 3 by 2. That's why we write their answer is our line number 2. Find the midpoint of the line segment joining 1, 1 and minus 3 and 5. We know the formula how to find the midpoint. X1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. And that is 1 minus 3, 2 and y2 1 plus 5 divided by 2. And we get minus 2 by 2 and 6 by 2. We get minus 1 and 3. That is the points of midpoint. We write there minus 1 and 3. Now students, this question is also solved and this question is from the May-June 2012 variant 1. Next question students, P is a point minus 2 and 1 and Q is a point 3 and 7. M is a midpoint of P and Q. Find the coordinate of M. We know the formula of the midpoint, how to find the midpoints. We have to write like that. The formula of midpoint is that x1 plus x2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2 and divided by 2. And we write there x1 is minus 2 plus 3 divided by 2 and y1 is 7 plus 1 over 2. We get minus 1 by 2 and this is 8 by 2. And by dividing we get minus 0.5 and 4. These are the coordinates of midpoint. We have to write there minus. We can also write 1 by 2 or 0.5. And second one is 4. Next part, find the gradient of the line PQ. Now we know the formula of the gradient is m y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. y2 is 7 minus 1 and x2 is 3 minus 2, get 5. We get 6 over 5 and that is the answer of part number B, and that is the gradient of the line PQ. Part number C, the line with equation, that is equation passes through the point P, find K. Now we have to find the value of K. We notice there K is a C, K is a y-intercept there. Now, how to find the value at point P? We put the value of P minus 2 and 1 which is given to us in this equation, and we can easily find the value of K. Now, point P is equal to 1 and 2. That is the point P coordinates. That is the X coordinate and that is the Y coordinate. We put the values in this equation. 2, 1 plus 3 and minus 2 plus K is equal to 0. 2 minus 6 plus K is 0, and we get minus 4 plus K 0. When he goes that side, the sign is changed, and that is 4. Now the value of K is 4. The second part, find the gradient of this line. Now we have to find the gradient of this line. We know the value of K. We put in this equation 2y plus 3x plus 4 is equal to 0. Now arrange this equation. Minus 3x minus 4, and divide the equation by 2, we get minus 3 by 2x minus 4 by 2, and y is equal to minus 3 by 2x and minus 2. That is equation, and this is the gradient of this equation, which is minus 3 by 2 or 0.5. Oh, sorry, 1.5. ठीक है, minus 1.5. Solved, and this is the questions of May June 2011 of variant 2. Students, next question, and the diagram shows the line y is equal to 2x plus 1. The point P has coordinate a and b, where a and b are both positive integers. The value of a and b satisfies the inequalities. A is less than 2 and b is less than 7 and b is greater than 2a plus 1. Write down all the possible coordinates of P. Now students, that is A, the P has a coordinate A and B. It means that A is X and Y is B. Now students, first we have to mention that A is less than 1. It means that point A, this one 2, and this is that side, which is less than A. Now, B is less than 7. It means Y coordinate, and this one. This less than 7. And B is greater than 2A plus 1. That line is 2A plus 1. And write down all the possible coordinates of P. Now we have to write the coordinates of P, which are all possible, and that are the conditions we have to apply on the coordinates of P. A is less than 2, that A is less than 2, and B is less than 7. It means all the coordinates of P are lies in this portion only. We have to find the coordinates which are lie in this portion. And they also mentioned that these are positive integers. It means there are the 3 points which are lies in this portion, that one, and that one. These are the 3 points. This one, and this one. We can't take this point on these lines because A is less than 2. It means that these points are start with that point, and Y is less than 7. It means we can't take the point on this line, on these lines. Only these 3 points are which are the possible coordinates of P, and these points are 1 and 4, 1 and 5, and 1 and 6. Now students, this question is also solved. This is the question of May June 2015 of variant 2. Now students, next question. In the diagram, B is a point 8 and 2. The equation of the line AB is y is equal to 2 and the equation of the line AC is 2x minus y is equal to 3. BC is produced passing through the origin. The point B is 8 and 2. It means that the point is 8 and 2. This one is x coordinate and this is 8 and this is the y coordinates, it's 2. Now the equation of the line AB, that equation AB is equal to y is equal to 2 and that equation and the equation of the line AC, this is also given to us 2x minus y is equal to 3. And BC, that line is produced, passes through the origin. It means it passes through the origin, that point, O point. Now part number A, AC produce intersect the y-axis at D. These lines intersect at point D. Find the coordinate of D. We have to find the coordinate of D, that point. The produce intersect at y-axis, it means its x coordinate is 0. Now we have to find the y coordinate. We put the value of x in this equation and we find the y coordinate. Very simple. 2x minus y is equal to 3. The x coordinate is 0, minus 5, 3 and y is equal to minus 3. It means its coordinate are 0 and y minus 3. It's solved. B part, the region inside triangle ABC is defined by 3 inequalities. The region is defined by 3 inequalities. One is given, that is y is less than 2, and find the other 2 inequalities. We have to find the other 2 inequalities. First, we have to find the equation of BC. We have to first find the gradient of this line and the point B is given to us, which is 8 and 2, and we also know the second point, which is the because this line is produced from the point O, which is 0 and 0. Now we first find the gradient by putting these values. Point B 8 and 2 and O 0 and 0. Gradient of this line is y2 minus y1 and this is 0 minus 2 and 0 minus 8 and we get minus cancel and 1 by 4. We get the gradient 1 by 4. As we get the information, we also get the information of y-intercept C from this line, that the line is passes from the origin, that C is equal to 0. That's why the equation of line is y is equal to mx plus c. M gradient is equal to 1 by 4x and c is also 0. That is the equation of the line BC. And it means the triangle's values lies above in this portion. That's why we write this inequalities like that. Y is greater than 1 by 4x and y is greater than 1 by 4x is one part answer, and the second is the AC, which is given to us, that is the equation, and the second line is AC 2x minus y is equal to 3, that is given to us, and we see that the portion lies in, it means this is also increasing, and we can write this inequality like that, 2x minus 1 is greater than 3. This question is also solved, and this is a question of October-November 2011 of variant 1. Now students, next question. Find the gradient of the line L. That is the line L, we have to find its gradient. First we have to take 2 points to find the gradient. Let I take the point 5, that point 5 and 2, 2 and 5. Now I take the point which is 2 and 5 and that point which is 1 and 3. 1 and along y it is 3. And to find the gradient, y2 minus y1, 5 minus 3, and x2 minus x1, I get 2. The gradient of this line is L is 2. Now students, B part, the shaded region on the diagram is defined by three inequalities. Write down these three inequalities. That is the shaded region, which we write. That is the shaded region. Now we have to write the inequalities. We can write the equation of this line, which is y is equal to 5. This line is equal to y is equal to 5. We also write this line, which is x is equal to 1. Now we have to find the equation of the line L. First we have to find the equation of the line L. We already find its gradient. Now we find the value of C, and then we can find the equation of, take any point 2 and 5, put in the equation y is equal to mx plus c. We know that value for m, which is 2, and which I take the point 1 and 3, and y is 3, this is 2, and x is 1, and c. We get 2 and 3 minus 2, and c is equal to 1. Now we get the value of c is equal to 1. Now put these values in the equation of line, and we get the equation of line L. Y is equal to mx plus c, xm is equal to 2x, and also find the value of c, which is 1. Very simple. That is the equation of line L. Now we notice here that the line is below that point, and that's why the inequality is y is less than 5. Now we write there y is less than, sorry, that is y is less than 5. Now the equation, the y is x is greater than 1. So we write there inequality x is greater than 1. We also find this line, which is 2x plus 1, and it is less than. Now we write y less than 2x plus 1. Now this question is solved, and this question is from the October-November 2022 of variant 1. That is the latest paper. Now students, next question. The diagram show the point A 0, 6. That is the point A, and B P0, and C is P6. The equation of the line AB is equal to 3y plus 4x is equal to 18. Find the value of P. Now I have to find the value of P. Put this value in equation, and we get the value of P. This is P and 0. Now y coordinate is 0. 3 0 plus 4 P is equal to 18, and 4P is equal to 18, and P 18 divided by 4, and we get 4.5. Now P is equal to 4.5. In the next part, write down the three inequalities that define the region inside the triangle A, B, and C. Now write the inequalities which define this triangle A, B, and C. This is the triangle. Now students, we know that that line is equal to, here y is equal to 6. Y is equal to 6. That's why that line is equal to y is equal to 6. We write this because this is the horizontal line and its x coordinate is 0. That's why y is equal to 6. Now this line, and this line is equal to, x is equal to 4.5, because we find the value of p, which is 4.5. X is equal to 4.5. Now we have to find this line A and B. Line is also provided to us, which is 3y plus 4x is equal to 18. Now we have to write in this in inequalities. We notice that the region is lies below the point y is equal to 6. We notice that the region lies below the point 6. That's why we write there y is less than 6. We also notice that the triangle, that the region is lies behind the point x, which is 4.5. That's why we write there as x is less than 4.5. Now we have to write this line, and we notice that the region is lies above. So we write like that: 3y is greater than 18 minus 4x. 3y is greater than 18 minus 4x. Now we write the inequalities of this triangle, and this question is solved. Now students, this question is from the October-November 22 of variant 2. This is the latest question. I hope you understand these questions very well, and all the ambiguities about your this topic is solved. Thank you very much students for watching my videos. Take care of self. Allah Hafiz.